Well, good morning, folks. Cumberland Outdoorsman here with you. This is November the 2nd, and we had pretty good frost this morning. Temperatures are rather cool, hardly any wind at all. I came in here. This is a wildlife management area, and I noticed there were several hunters out here already, but I found an area that I don't think there's anyone in this particular section of woods. I just walked in from a field there and slowly came in, spotted a nice fox squirrel right there, and took a few more steps and there was a small buck sitting right there. I mean, within 10 yards, and he just bounded off, went down there. But we're up here on a ridge above the Cumberland River, and right now the frost is burning off, so you hear a lot of water dripping out of the trees. And we're going to sit right here and see if any of these squirrels become active. I'm not sure what they're doing right now. I think they're looking for food, but I haven't seen any real active feeding activity going on yet. There's a lot of trees and limbs down because last weekend we had a major storm blow through here. Blew down a lot of trees and tree limbs. I mean, county-wide here. But anyway, I think we just need to sit tight and wait for things to kind of start happening, you know. This is some of the storm damage here in these woods. There's a red oak that broke off. There's lots of trees down, as I mentioned. But it'll give a lot of wildlife cover later on, you know, when you see this. Because deer like to lay in these tree laps to get cover. And it provides shelter and cover also for other animals like rabbits. So anyway, let's get set up over here. Last saw that squirrel going up that tree right there. So I'm just going to sit here and wait. Maybe there'll be a few more around. Okay, folks, well, there's a young fox squirrel there. I spotted him up there in that tree, and I had to go up and around to get a shot at him because he was laying so flat against the limb. There was no possible shot any other way. I've got another one laying down here, a gray squirrel, and I just spotted another fox squirrel up in that hickory up here. But anyway, let's go recover that squirrel and move to another spot because I heard some squirrel activity further down that way. I heard them barking, so maybe we'll get a shot. Okay, I was sitting right here at this tree, and I shot that squirrel right there. He was coming down when I took the shot, and there he lay. Perfect headshot. on that squirrel. So that adds a few more to the pot. Like I said, let's move on up and see what else we can find. Well, here's some more storm damage. Came down to this river bottom and found all these trees laying here. There's one laying over there, and another one over here behind me. Big oak trees, mostly. That's where it broke off at the top there. That's quite a wind we had. Makes going through the woods a little bit tough sometimes, trying to get around all these down trees. Alright folks, here's a little tip for you. When you're carrying your squirrels around from place to place, find you a little branch like this, a little twig, and you can whittle out a little lanyard to haul your squirrels around with, so you don't lose your squirrels, don't lose your game when you're harvesting. Want to sharpen one end pretty good like that, and then take your squirrel, and right here on the hind leg there, where that tendon is, you want to make an incision with your pocket knife or your hunting knife, whatever you got, all the way through, but don't cut the tendon. Make sure you leave it intact. Just kind of feel for it there. And slip the tip of your knife right between the bone and that tendon. Push it all the way through, just like that. Put your lanyard through. Where you made your incision. It's almost like a fish stringer, more or less. Put it through just like that. And I got a little old loop knot that I made here that tightens down while you're holding it. That way you can haul your squirrels around through the woods without them slipping out of your fingers. And that's the way I do it. Just makes life a little easier. Well folks, it's getting a little bit late in the day. It's about 11:30 and it's time to go home. The wind's starting to kick up some, so I'm going to go ahead and get me a bite to eat here and have lunch. I'm going to have to make my way through all this down timber that was caused by the recent storm that I mentioned earlier. It's going to make hunting a little tough this year in the woods, but at the same time it provides cover for a lot of animals, you know, a lot of game animals. So there's always a positive upside to everything, even though there was a lot of damage done by the storm. You can see back behind me here, there's some down trees and a bunch of them down through here. A lot of uprooted trees, broken timber, broken branches, limbs, and everything else down. But like I say, you know, it's Mother Nature's way. She always lets us know that she's still in charge, no matter what. There's not much we can do about things like this. So anyway, I'm going to head on back up that way. Like I said, that's going back to the truck, and head on out of here. So remember, if you get a chance to go outdoors, do some hunting or fishing, I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And remember to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll have more videos coming your way. So until next time, this is the Cumberland Outdoorsman, and we'll see you later. Y'all take care. Have a great day.